Good morning, it's time. It's the Jeffrey Lampkin Show. Listen, it's time to get lamped, and we're lamping you this morning a beautiful way. I'm excited because I have 3 guests who are with me this morning that, listen, it's going to be serving all sorts of juiciness. Plus, we're gonna eat a little bit. That's what we do. We're having just a fun show today. It's time. Join us. Get ready. It's the Jeffrey Lampkin Show. It's time to get lamped. Good morning.
Here we go. Get lamped, 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 lamped. But Jeffrey Lampkin. Everybody get up. Say what? Everybody get up. Come on. Lamped, 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 lamped. But Jeffrey Lampkin. Motivation, inspiration, educating new revelation. Lamped, 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 lamped. But Jeffrey Lampkin. Entertainment just for you. Smiling out 'cause God loves you. Get up and get lamped, 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 lamped. But Jeffrey Lampkin. Somebody turn the lamp on.
All right, so listen, we're doing something a little different this morning. I know that most of you at this moment in the show, you're ready for your entertainment tea. You're ready for me to spill it. But listen, I'm not even going to do that this morning. Why? Because of course, throughout the entire show today, I'm giving you a full day of hot topics, and I'm not doing it alone. I have some special guests that are going to be coming up in the show with me. So I'm excited about it. So we're going to talk about hot topics, but one of the things I just want to preface for you, one of the things I need you to do is I'm looking for your videos from your children. You know what? Hey, not even just your children, if you want to send it in, because what's going to happen is here at the Jeffrey Lampkin Show, we're going to give away a party. So whoever gives me the best rendition of the Jeffrey Lampkin Show theme song, that's right, it's time to get lamp. Yeah, that one. Exactly. I want that theme song. So make sure you send your videos to me. You can upload them to my Facebook page, the Jeffrey Lampkin Show. You can take it there. Don't go to my personal page to do it, but do it on the Jeffrey Lampkin Show Facebook page. Or you can actually go to the Jeffrey Lampkin Show at gmail.com. You can send them to me there, or www.jeffreylampkin.com. Visit the website and we'll always have information there. But that's what we're going to give to you. One of the things I just want to let you know about this morning, so you're going to see us talk. We're going to talk hot topics, but one of the beauties that I love is the fact that we're able to sit down and have conversation. And so today, after Sunday, right now you're having breakfast, you're getting dressed for church, putting on your good stockings. I'm sure somebody is ushering or singing in the choir today. Go ahead and snatch that wig. Get it right real quick, okay? And I want you to do that. But once you do that, this afternoon over Sunday dinner, sit down. Whether you're going down to Momo's Bistro and have dinner with them, or whether you're going to be at the house, have conversation, talk about things, and prepare yourself for Tuesday because it's time to vote. Listen, stay right there. It's time to get lamped. We're going to do it the way we do it right here on the Jeffrey Lampkin Show. Coffee cups up, pinkies out. Good morning.
Jeffrey Lampkin.
Cannon & Graves is a proud sponsor of the Jeffrey Lampkin Show. Located at 1837 Wilson Road in Newberry, Cannon & Graves has the perfect certified used car for you. Their extensive inventory has something in every price range, and they can get everyone financed, regardless of credit. All cars come with a warranty to give you the peace of mind you deserve. Come see Steve and Reggie and find your new car at Cannon & Graves.
Jeffrey Lampkin.
All right, top of the morning to you. We're back here on the Jeffrey Lampkin Show. Listen, we're serving all sorts of goodness this morning. We're doing a full day, as I told you earlier, of hot topics. So I had to bring in celebrity guests who are able to talk about it. We're going to get the ditch. Listen, no holds barred. We're giving it to you. So I'm excited this morning on the panel. We have, of course, my dear friend, Mr. Tyler Ryan, who is here with me this morning. Good morning, Tyler.
How are you, Jeffrey?
How are you this morning?
Oh, Sunday mornings are fun with Jeffrey. What a way to do it.
Clearly, right? I need some pancakes or something. Maybe we'll get some of that later. We're going to sit down.
I like where
for
your head's
some.
at.
Also, I'm excited because the marketing director here at WatchBox and also Columbia Socialite, who always serves goodness to everyone, and she's always fashionably correct, Elizabeth Reardon, you're in the house this morning.
Good morning, Jeffrey.
I love it. How are you this morning?
Having me.
First of all, you look amazing this morning.
Thank you.
Loving
As do
the
you.
gray stockings.
Thank you.
Someone out there, I know you're getting ready for church. Go ahead and slap on your gray stockings too. You can look just as cute as Liz. Where'd you get those from?
Target, probably.
See, Target. Target. I love to say Target.
Target.
I love it. That makes me excited. And last but not least, all the way from Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm excited that he is here. He is a publicist and manager to the stars, ranging from Grammy Award-winning Ann Nesby all the way to Calvin Richardson. Justin Cooper is in the house. Good morning, Cooper.
Good morning, Mr. Lampkin.
How are you this morning?
I'm great. It's a pleasure
You're
to be
serving
here.
all sorts of AKA goodness this morning. Salute to all of the AKAs this morning. And I'm going to salute the Deltas as well because I do love you all as well. Good morning. Listen, we're getting right to it. All hot topics. I'm falling back. I'm going to let Tyler moderate this. So what are we talking about?
All right, Jeffrey. First one, I'll read off the headline. Stacey Dash, you know, from Clueless, of course, took a lot of heat on the 10th of October. She put out a little love for Mitt Romney. Now, she said she had voted for President Obama in 2008. I'm going to read the quote exactly. She tweeted, "Because of the state of this country, and I want the next 4 years to be different, I believe in him," was a response to her support of Mitt Romney, and she's caught a good bit of grief for that.
Well, she has. I mean, but let's deal with reality. Is she catching it because it's Mitt Romney, or is she catching it because she's black?
I guess that's the question. That's the topic, and I have a feeling that it may be racially motivated.
I agree. I feel so as well. That's just my opinion. What about you?
I just don't know why people care so much about celebrity endorsements. And is she really a celebrity? I mean, when I see her, I had to Google who she was when I first saw the statement, and I was like, oh, the girl from Clueless. Why do I care who she's voting for?
Exactly.
Honestly.
Do you think she did it? But one of the things I heard, and I'm not sure if this is correct, but something about she had an album or something coming out.
I'm clueless regarding that.
See? So maybe she's not relevant.
Exactly.
But I really think it's because I think that we have a problem in America. We feel that people should vote for the person that they're aligned with on race. So just because you're a white male, that you should automatically vote for Mitt Romney. But then we'll vote out and say, oh, it's about the person who's best with the issues.
But I guess that's the thing, because that was the fundamental issue with the 2008 election, where they were voting on color, sadly. And whites and blacks are doing the same thing. And that's not the point.
Well,
that's not the exercise here.
That's not what happened.
That's not
what happened, because there's only 12% African Americans in this country. So Barack Obama could have never won the presidential election if that was
I
the
didn't
case.
say it was on race lines. What I said was there were quotes and there were all kinds of sound bites of people saying, I just voted for the first black president. Well, that's fantastic. How about you vote for your choice as a president, not black, white, green, or blue?
Well, that's hard for me. You know, I can't sit here and say that. And this is why. We never had an African-American president before. I feel like in that particular, and call me hypocritical if you want to, but I feel like in that particular instance, it was the first. The thing was he qualified? Hands down. Nobody can beat that. But the extra incentive was we never had an African-American president before. So it was a boost.
Yeah, but that's where you should end, though, Jeffrey. It should end with, was he qualified? Yes. Then vote for the man. Vote for him twice. Vote for him 4 times. It doesn't matter. The qualification question goes over gender. It goes over race. That should be the final question you ask yourself.
So is Stacey Dash qualified to give an endorsement to Mitt Romney?
She's qualified. She's qualified to have an opinion. She's an American.
That is true. I will co-sign on that. She is an American. What else do we have an opinion about? I love it. All sorts of goodness. Y'all are giving it to me this morning. I absolutely love it. What else are we talking about?
Now, of course, you know, part and parcel of that is the bus driver. And the big uppercut.
Ooh, I heard about that. That was a good juicy story. I'm nervous because we got a female on the panel, so we got to be careful.
Well, just real quick to update you, Chicago, you have an RTA driver, you know, like the bus we have here in town, driving. He gets into a bit of a fisticuff with a female passenger, and it's on YouTube. It's rather heated. So at some point, allegedly, we use those big words here to protect ourselves, but allegedly, she spat on the bus driver. Well, as you can imagine, he at that point pulled the bus over, and it's called an uppercut because there's really no other way to describe. He walked up and he, from bottoms up, and just basically cleaned her clock.
Exactly.
And hilarity ensued from there if you were watching the video on YouTube, as many pictures and camera phones were out. And so he's been suspended right now. They're investigating. But the big question is, if you get spit on, does that give you the right to go ahead and defend yourself?
But it was more than spitting. Y'all saw the video.
I think it was choking as well.
It was choking. I mean, this girl antagonized him for minutes.
Right.
And we watched the video for minutes. She sat there. She talked to him. What are you? You're driving, so you have the lives of hundreds of people in your hand. You're responsible for. Now, if he had wrecked or something like that, first thing people would have said was, "Oh well, you know, he's driving the bus. Blah 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 blah. He should have been focused. That's his job to deal with all sorts of situations, you know." And I think I watched it. She continuously over and over. I don't know. I guess what would y'all do in that situation?
Well, I think him being a professional, he should have called the cops. He could have just ended it. You know, it was a hilarious video. He did knock her out. He simply should have called the cops to avoid it to getting to that place.
But at what point can you defend yourself? I mean, he's being assaulted. He's being physically assaulted. And in fact, if you look, there are some laws in some states that when you spit, that is a biohazard. If she has some kind of STD or a disease, she actually can do more harm than just having something wipe out of your eye. She can actually give him diseases. So it really ups the ante.
But when you watch the video, he sat there for a long time. I get the part about him being a professional. I totally get it. But my thing is, he sat there. His patience was tried and true. He was like Jesus. I'm telling you. He was just sitting there the entire time, holding and waiting and, dealing with her. And she was saying also the comments were derogatory. That's a problem. That's the problem. And I think that, one of my issues is the fact that because people say you shouldn't hit a girl, and I agree that you should. And then he was much older than her. But what do you do to the point where women cannot walk around and believe that they can just go and you can just hit on a man and you can just punch a man and do all sorts of things to a man, and a man doesn't have a right to defend himself? Did it need to go to the level of punching, uppercutting? Because clearly he uppercut like he was on.
That's the only way. I mean, it is a clear right hook from Rocky. I mean, that's just the way it is.
And his response was, if you want to step to me like a man, I'm going to treat you like a man. I don't know. It was all sorts of goodness and juice to me.
Liz, what do you think? You're a female.
Yeah, no, I think it's hard to be a victim when you spit in someone's face. I mean, I kind of agree with the bus driver. People can only take so much.
Right.
I wish that he had just pulled the bus over and said, get off, or I'm going to call the police before anything had to go down. But I think he had a right to defend himself.
But Liz, he was driving and he kept telling her, get out my face.
Yeah.
Get out of my face. He kept saying, get out of my face, leave me alone, blah, blah, blah. He kept going the whole time. So, calling the police would have done what?
I think he should have pulled the bus over and made her get off. And then if she
didn't leave at that point,
then call the police.
Physical?
Now, if she got physical at that point, then she kind of deserved what she got.
Okay.
Sorry.
There it is.
All sorts of goodness. This is getting good. This is getting juicy. I love it. All right.
All right, guys, we got to take a break.
Gotta pay the bills.
We got a lot to do, though. We got a lot more hot topics.
We got more to talk about.
A lot more. Like a whole stack.
I love it. Stay right here, y'all. We'll be right back. It's the Jeffrey Lampkin Show. Coffee cups up, pinkies out. Go ahead and put on your stockings and get ready. Good morning.
Jeffrey Lampkin.
Somebody turn the lamp on.
If you love what Jeffrey is wearing each week, go see Dr. Terrence Tyndall at Jerome & Company. Don't worry, ladies. They carry women's clothing too, so you can look your best every day. For beautiful casual and dress attire for men and ladies, go to the Columbia style leader, Jerome & Company.
Jeffrey Lampkin.
All right, and we're back here on the Jeffrey Lampkin Show. Listen, all sorts of goodness in the first half. We're talking. I have my friends here with me this morning, and I'm excited. Of course, Tyler Ryan, Elizabeth Reardon, and Justin Cooper are in the house, and we got more topics to talk about, and I'm ready. Shoot them to me. Let's go.
Oh, we're just getting started. Chris Brown and Rihanna.
Uh-oh.
I mean, this is the on again. This is like the real life soap opera and going on for years now.
is.
They're on again, off again. Now they're back on, but there is still maybe some trouble in paradise brewing already. But the big question that's out there is, what message is Rihanna as an icon, I guess, for young women? What kind of precedent is what is she saying by going back to this, probably pretty bad relationship with Chris Brown?
I have all sorts of things to say about that, but I'm going to dive. We have a woman on the panel, so from a woman's perspective.
To answer Tyler's question, I do think that it sends a bad message. To go back into an abusive relationship. However,
But it's her choice.
Absolutely. That was what I was following up with. It is her choice. They're both adults. I firmly believe that people can change. I don't think that Chris Brown should be banned from ever being in a relationship again with a woman just because he made some, gruesome mistakes.
Right.
I sometimes feel, I don't know these people personally, but I sometimes feel like maybe these two aren't meant to be together. It seems like fire and ice. It's always something with them, and they're obviously attracted to that drama. You've known people in your personal life who keep going back to the bad relationship. There's just something that draws them together.
That's what I'm about to say, Liz. When you allow people, come on, you're saying that, but here's my thing. She puts herself back there. No one holds a gun to her head and tell her to go back.
Right.
She decides that that's where she wants to be. But my thing is this: she's a artist who's in the national spotlight. Does she have a responsibility to young girls to? Because my thing is, she's showing forgiveness.
I don't think that she's not a role model. Aside from the Chris Brown drama, she's always in the news
Always in the nude.
Oh, the news.
The news. Oh, I thought you said.
She is often
and in the
nude as
news.
well.
I mean, she's very active.
She
on
is
social
half
media,
naked,
and
but I
she's-
mean that's many of the children you see walking around. Let's walk the streets of Columbia, and you'll see some of them. Nothing to all of the children in Columbia, but I'm just saying, you see parents that let them walk around in the little booty shorts.
Right.
It is 40 degrees outside. Man, put some clothes on.
I love Rihanna as an artist. I love her music. I would not want my daughter to look up to her.
Okay.
I
Straw
follow
poll,
her.
but what is her responsibility? Not about whether you want to. You don't have to judge her decisions. Does she have a responsibility? Does she have to forego her choice? She loves Chris Brown all day long. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what happens. I love him. Does she have a responsibility that she should make choices based on her position in society rather than I love this man to death? What do you think?
I don't think so.
I disagree. I
don't
think
that she has
so. I think that to
responsibility
whom much is given, much is required. And I think the fact that if you decide that you're going to be in a public spotlight, you have an image to maintain. It's all about image and branding. And then this is what kills me, that the both of you are marketing executives, and you always now let's go right, because I'm going to serve you. You always talk about image and branding.
Bring it.
Image and branding, right? This is what you say with your clients. So if she's presenting an image, because ultimately she needs to do sales and stuff, does she not have a responsibility to the people that she's presenting this image to?
But we're talking about entertainment. Controversy sells. Sex sells.
true.
She sells both controversy and sex. Her tagline on Instagram, I believe, is "Bad Girl Riri." So she's kind of fulfilling what her name is.
All right.
That is part of her image.
Y'all
She's
just shut me
sassy.
down.
Look, if they're happy, they're happy. All right, next topic. President Obama's shuck and jive shtick with these Benghazi lies must end. The words of Sarah Palin. Catching a lot of flack. The shuck and jive.
Y'all don't want me to start on this. I'm trying to behave. You go,
Liz, bring us in.
Okay, I think the comment is racially charged, but I don't think Sarah Palin meant it that way. I think Sarah Palin is not that smart. She's known for making comments, like, oh, I can see Russia from my house. She's an idiot. She's an idiot. She says stupid things. That's
Just
what
say
she's
it like it
known
is.
for.
Like,
Allow me just to quote again, I like to quote, shucking and jiving. It's a slang term for behavior of joking or acting falsely. The term is also used in the southern United States, referring to deceit or mischief involving lies. There's absolutely no reference to any sort of race or anything
Tyler,
else.
no. Listen, now if you're gonna bring it, come for life. Come on, I'm about to give you life. Let me give you life real quick. First of all, now we all know, understanding history, sucking and jiving was from back in the day when they were talking
Right.
about the Negroes.
No,
right?
I understand.
Right.
I understand that lineage of it, but the word, when you actually look at it, if she has a limited understanding, and I don't know Sarah, I can't speak to her cerebral capacity, but if she has and I'll be
How
honest.
can you not speak to her cerebral capacity when you see her and the things that she says?
I don't talk
she
to her.
sees
I don't
Russia
talk
from
to
her
her
house.
outside of. Maybe she can. Maybe she got binoculars. You don't know that.
Oh,
I am
Tyler.
done. Tyler, come on. Are you serious?
What I'm saying is, I wouldn't have necessarily thought of it as any sort of racial issue either. So if she didn't know that, she makes a statement. Granted, she probably should have people to do that. To say, Governor, you probably don't need to say that kind of thing. But she didn't. That's the
I
bottom
don't think
line.
the intent was racial, but I think that she's trying to be so outspoken. She's trying to present back to imaging and branding. She wants to image herself for, the Tea Party as someone who's outspoken. And she's saying she probably didn't. She probably heard somebody say shucking and jive, and she just thought that it was the thing to do.
Well, she also said in an article that I read that she talks to her daughter when her daughter's being lazy and doesn't want to do chores around the house. She says shucking and jiving. I don't think that she knew the full context in which shucking and jiving could be insulting to minorities, particularly African American people. But I don't think Sarah Palin is a factor. She's a non-factor to me. Like, she hasn't been relevant since 2008.
They are calling people irrelevant around here
that's
today.
the question, though, Jeffrey, is I guess she shouldn't take any heat if her motivation was pure and wasn't meaning to be offensive, wasn't meaning to maybe have that bad connotation. I don't believe that she purposely said something that would be offensive to any people.
I don't believe that she purposely said anything to a race of people, as we said last week, the community. She didn't say anything to offend the community. However, I think she just made her comments, and her comments were just what people didn't agree with. So my thing is this: every time that you put out a comment or you say something, people have the right to respond, and so they just responded accordingly. I don't think that it was racially motivated, but I do think that Sarah Palin is trending borderline idiot.
And she's in a need of a good publicist.
She really is. Because some of the things she
And a
says
filter.
Exactly. It's uncalled for. I'm just saying. Next topic. Okay. Whew,
Jeffrey, you have any tattoos?
No, no. Especially what's the tattoo that they call what's the one?
That would be a tramp stamp.
Tramp stamp. I don't have no tramp stamp. Ain't nothing trapped here. Trapped up and trapped out. Oh my God, the producers are wrapping us already. This is getting juicy.
North Carolina.
Real quick.
Mother is in a bit of hot water in North Carolina. She is a tattoo artist, gets her 11-year-old daughter a tattoo. North Carolina says no tattoos on anybody under 18, regardless of parental consent. She's facing charges.
And she should.
Yes.
It's my daughter.
Child services should get involved in this.
For
That
a
is
tattoo?
absurd.
Yes.
For a
She's
tattoo.
11 years old.
What
That's
about an
permanent.
earring? Is it absurd to
Earrings aren't
pierce
permanent.
the ear?
Earrings aren't permanent.
Neither
They'll
are
grow back.
tattoos anymore.
Yes, they are.
What? It's her daughter. Until
gonna
she's
pay
18, she
thousands
owns
of
that
dollars.
daughter.
So is it bad parenting or is it? You
Yes.
know what? We need some food to discuss over there. We're gonna have to go to break. We're gonna have to go to break.
Parenting.
I want to, because it's an example of bad.
Yes,
You said bad parenting.
bad parenting.
Or what it is? We're gonna go to break. Well, let's take a break because this is getting hot and heavy, and I need a pancake or something. We're coming back with the cake. The cake lady. We call her, so she's gonna come bring us some food, and then we're gonna go and then that's what we're gonna do because that's what we do. We'll be right back here on the Jeffrey Lampkin Show. Coffee cups up, pinkies out. You should be fully dressed by now. Put that usher uniform on. Good morning. If the president and the vice president were to die, who would take office?
I don't care. Who takes office? I don't know. That's a good question.
Actually, I'm not interested in politics.
The next person in command.
The next person in line?
If the president and the vice president of the United States were to die, who would take office?
Ooh, that would be the...
Oh no, the secretary.
Secretary of State?
The Secretary of State. The Secretary General?
I want to say head of state, but that's yeah.
Is it the Speaker of the House?
Speaker of the House?
The Speaker of the House.
Jeffrey Lampkin.
Somebody turn the lamp on.
Every week, Monica Hilton makes fabulous treats for the Jeffrey Lampkin Show. The Cake Lady will happily make your favorite dessert for you, too. Give her a call at 803-466-3795. Follow her on Facebook and check out thecakeladysc.com to see more of her amazing work.
Jeffrey Lampkin.
We're serving all sorts of goodness. I know you just saw the commercial for the Cake Lady. Listen, so she bought some food here, pancakes, chicken. It's just all sorts of goodness this morning. I'm excited. We're still talking. Listen, so we left talking about the mother and the tattoo artist.
That's right.
Shout out to Monica, the Cake Lady Hilton. Not only is she a good mother, but she also just renewed her vows. So congratulations to you and Marvin as well. Yay, excited. Now, speaking of, Mo needs to be a role model for this lady.
That's right. That's right.
So,
well, North Carolina says that you have to be 18 regardless of parental guidance. Now, other states like Virginia, you can be, I believe, you actually may be able to be 16 or younger as long as you have parental guidance and parental permission.
well,
But North Carolina says no. But here's the question is, I can get my ears pierced at 2 months old, but I can't get a tattoo.
Ear piercing isn't permanent.
Really, there's a hole in my body. Liz,
It's not permanent.
I have earrings that I got when I was in college, and there are still holes in
I
my
used to
body.
have a
This is
second
as
hole, and
permanent as
it's
the
not there
tattoo
anymore.
I have on my arm.
but
It's
it
not there
goes up.
anymore.
I get what you're saying, but for me, even with the ear piercing, for me, I know I'm about to really get some slack. Bad parenting. I feel that it's just like baptism. You know how, remember when you were small and they'll tell you, go get baptized.
Right.
You don't even know, and you're just doing it because your parents tell you to do it. I think that's a problem. I think that people should have a right to their choice. And now children, people are going to say, that's a child. And I know I don't have children. Don't come for my life this morning. But again, it's a child. So when you
But
have
it's your child. It's yours. You are responsible for that child. You have to bathe it. You have
you
to
talk
feed
about them like it's a piece of property.
it. You know what Bill Cosby said? I brought you in this world. I can take you out.
You should be teaching that child to make good decisions.
Why
Let
is
it
it?
be
Oh, so
their
now
decision.
wait a minute. So now you're telling me that a tattoo is a bad decision? You're telling me that a tattoo
bad decision
is
for a parent
fundamentally a bad decision.
give an
No, but you
11-year-old
wonder why
a
that
tattoo.
child is living in your house at the age of 32, while your child is still in your house, because you never teach them. You try to teach them that they're property and not teaching them how to make their own decisions.
What does the property have to do with tattoos?
Well, I think more importantly, it was the mother's responsibility to know the law. I mean, that's in the
She
story.
is a tattoo
That's
artist.
a bad decision.
Now that I will give you. You're right. Now, I wouldn't know the difference. I might do it and get myself in hot water. But you're right. If you're in the industry, you probably should know the laws in the state that you're practicing in. There's no doubt about that.
These pancakes are all sorts of goodness. Listen, we gotta go.
We got more to say on this topic,
More,
Jeffrey.
you know what? Let's do this. We're gonna do something we've never done before. Jeffrey Lampkin after the show. So you're gonna stay? Will y'all stay for a little while?
Jeff?
Yeah, we're gonna stay. So listen, go to www.jeffreylampkin.com. or go to my Facebook page as well. Listen, tell us what you thought about the show. And listen, we got more we're going to talk about. I'm going to talk about Whitney Houston, Bobby Christina. Hey, we're serving all sorts of goodness. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back. More right here. It's the Jeffrey Lampkin Show. Good morning.
Somebody turn the lamp on.
Momo's Bistro, now serving lunch Tuesday through Friday from 11:30 to 2, and Sunday brunch from 10:30 to 2:30. Classic Southern food with classic French preparation. Dijon and shallot-encrusted New York strip, fresh seafood over local green salad and vegetables, and so much more. In a comfortable yet elegant setting. Momo's Bistro, 2930 Devine Street.
Mitt Romney recently said that he has something full of women. What was that?
I have no idea.
I have no idea.
Okay.
Oh God, I don't know.
I have no idea.
Take a guess. What do you think it might be?
A house? House full of women?
House full of women. Okay.
A basket full?
He said bundles full of women.
A folder? Yeah, a binder or something. Yeah. A binder.
Binders. Binders full of women.
Binders full of women. Wow. That's all I can say. What an amazing show. I had a ball today. Listen, the word of the day, decision. Now, according to Webster, decision is defined as a choice that is made after careful consideration. So when I think about decision, you know, we're always making decisions about what am I going to wear today? What am I going to eat today? Or maybe on Tuesday, you're going to decide, well, not maybe, you will decide, who am I going to vote for? Who's going to be the next decision? But catch the definition because it says, after careful consideration. So one of the things that we got to make sure that we do is that we've got to research. What does research look like? I'm glad you asked. Hey, the power of social media, Twitter, Facebook, the World Wide Web, it's there for you. There's no reason for not being an informed people. We must be informed on what it is that we're ultimately trying to do and what we're trying to accomplish, what we're trying to be. But before you can make that decision, you have to be informed. I'm excited today that my panelists were informed. Tyler Ryan from Good Day Columbia, Elizabeth Reardon, Marketing Director, and also Justin Cooper, who is a Marketing Director in Artist Development as well. All of them were informed. They knew about topics. They knew what were happening. Listen, you know what? Matter of fact, go to my Facebook right now. Go to Twitter right now. Follow them. They're there. Follow us, become informed. It's all about, the beauty about being informed and being able to make a decision is that you're able to do research. And research is also sitting together and talking. Don't knock someone for their opinion. Be able to talk. This is America, people. It's the land of the free, the home of the brave, meaning that you're free and you have a right to your opinion. And the way we did it this morning, we were all respectful. We talked, we listened, we laughed. We didn't always agree, but we walked away as friends. And you can do that too. You know what right now? Everybody, just hug yourself. Love yourself. Chant with me. Friends, friends, friends. You know how I do. Listen, next week, same time, we're doing more goodness right here on the Jeffrey Lampkin Show. Remember, send me those videos of your children. I'm waiting for them. www.jeffreylampkin.com and go to the web right now. YouTube, type in Jeffrey Lampkin Show. We have a special after the show. It's all sorts of goodness. Stay tuned, same time, same place. It's the Jeffrey Lampkin Show. You've been lamped. Good morning.
Everybody get up. Say what? Everybody get up. Come on. The Jeffrey Lampkin. Somebody turn the lamp on.